Okay, from one blood relations combined with 4-base puzzle to another blood relations, this time combined with circular arrangement. We have another interesting question here. It says M1, M2. I think this was one of the mock papers questions, right? M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7, and M8 are 8 family members sitting around a circular table, and they've got different hobbies. Try it out. Now that we have done one question on blood relations with arrangement, you should be able to do this as well. This looks simpler because only 8 persons have to be arranged on a circular table. All of them are facing center, luckily, right? So in terms of directions, it's very clear. Left is always clockwise, right is anti-clockwise. And the only attribute we have here is the hobbies that these guys have. Flower arranging, 3D printing, acting, philately, creative writing, quilling, genealogy, and book restoration. Study the following information carefully to answer the given questions. M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7, and M8 are 8 family members sitting around a circular table facing the center, but not necessarily in the same order. Each member has a different hobby among flower arranging, 3D printing, acting, philately, creative writing, quilling, genealogy, and book restoration, but not necessarily in the same order. So basically 8 members in a family, right? Around a circular table facing the center, so that makes it easy. When all the persons are facing center, left should be taken clockwise, right has to be taken anti-clockwise. And every person has a different hobby, right? So 8 different hobbies here. So blood relations are involved, arrangement of persons around the circular table is involved, and hobbies are involved. So some clues given here, let's try it out. Okay. So I think let's consider a circular table. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 positions. All of them are facing center. So left is always clockwise, right is anti-clockwise. Now look at this. M1 is the head of his family, meaning M1 is male, and he sits third to the left of his wife M2, female. Right? M1 is the head of the family, and he sits third to the left of his wife M2. See, let's assume M2 is sitting here, third to the left of M2, first, second, third. M1 comes here. Right? M1 is the head of the family. He sits third to the left of his wife. First, second, third. Right? M7 has 2 sisters and sits second to the right of his grandfather, whose hobby is flower arranging. See, the most likely point here is that M7 is the grandchild of M1 himself. See, he's talking about grandfather here, right? And if M1 is the head of the family, male head of the family, M1 has to be the grandfather, right? There is no other choice. Even if there are 3 generations involved, usually we have seen that for 8 persons, there can be 3 generations. M1 is the head of the family. He's married to M2. So they are likely the grandfather and grandmother, right? So now if you see, M7 has 2 sisters and sits second to the right of his grandfather. So can we not put M7 directly second to the right of M1? Yes. So M7 will come here. Second to the right of his grandfather, right? First and second. Right is anti-clockwise. So M1 is the grandfather, first and second. Now also try to do the family tree parallelly, right? So M1 is the head of the family, married to M2, right? Father and mother, grandfather, grandmother. They have got a child. We do not know who that child is. He is married to someone, right? And their child is M7. And he has got 2 sisters. Who those 2 sisters are, we do not know. M7's gender is also not known. M7 could be male or female. M7 is also male because you see M7 has 2 sisters. So here's the provision of those 2 sisters and sits second to the right of his grandfather. The pronoun his here indicates that M7 is male, right? So out of 8 members, we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 kind of relationships are logged here. 8 person has to be found. So M7 has 2 sisters. These are the 2 sisters. Sits second to the right of his grandfather, whose hobby is flower arranging. Now who's here referred to the grandfather, right? Refers to the grandfather. So grandfather's hobby, M1's hobby is flower arranging, right? Flower arranging. I can write the hobby here itself, or maybe you can write here. Flower arranging. Okay, that's his hobby. Next, M4 sits on the immediate left of her brother. M4 sits on the immediate left of her brother, who sits in front of his father. Now whose M4 is not known. See, the 8th person has not been found so far. M4 sits on the immediate left of his brother. It would be incorrect. It would not be incorrect, but it would be wrong if you put M4 in this box, any one of these 2 boxes. Because this is M4 sits on the immediate left of her brother. So M4 can come here and her brother is M7. Because it is also possible that the two persons in the second generation may have a brother. Like this guy may have a brother, or this wife of this person may have a brother. You're getting it? So M4 need not necessarily be in the third generation. As of now, it need not necessarily be in third generation. So you have to be very, very careful about it. Okay? So M4 sits in the immediate left of her brother, who sits in front of his father. Who sits in front of his father. You're getting it? The point I'm trying to make is M4 can also come here, and his brother is this guy, and their father is M1. So just be cautious when you're doing it. M6 sits between the ones who like 3D printing and the ones who like philately, and her hobby is creative writing. So M6's hobby is creative writing. She sits between 3D printing and philately. M6 sits between 3D printing and philately, and her hobby is creative writing. M6's hobby is creative writing. M2 has two sons. Look at this. M2 has two sons. And one of the sons' hobby is philately. M2 is the grandmother. She has got two sons. So one son is this, and then there's another son who's the brother of this fellow. So now the 8 members are logged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So M2 has two sons, and one of the sons' hobby is philately. So either this person likes philately or this person likes philately. M8 sits in front of her mother-in-law. See, the only person whose mother-in-law here, who can be mother-in-law here, is M2. And M8 should be the daughter-in-law. M8 sits in front of her mother-in-law. See, the in-law kind of a relationship is only for M2 and M8, or M1 and M8, or whoever this person is with M8. You understand? This, because of this wife of son here, all the in-laws have come into picture, right? Father-in-law, mother-in-law, this would be the brother-in-law. So M8 sits in front of her mother-in-law. M8 should be this person. You're getting it? I'll write it again. M8 here, right? This is M8. M8 sits in front of her mother-in-law. So M8's husband and mother is your mother-in-law. So M8 sits in front of mother-in-law, meaning M2 is here. M8 has to come here because she sits in front of her mother-in-law. Both are female. M8 sits in front of her mother-in-law, whose hobby is book restoration. Who's here referred to the mother-in-law, by the way, right? Who here refers to mother-in-law. Mother-in-law's hobby is book restoration. So M2's hobby is book restoration. M5's son's hobby is genealogy. Now M5's son. See, only two persons have got sons here. I mean, this couple has got two sons, and this couple has got one son. Now he says M5's son, meaning M5 is the parent. Here both the parents are M1 and M2. The only parent, the only place for parent available here is this box. So M5 has to come here. You getting it? M5's son, meaning what? M5 is a parent. We have 4 parents here altogether. M1, M2, M8. All 3 are parents, right? They have got 2 children. This couple has got 3 children. So if it is M5's son, M5 has to be this person. M5 has to be that person, right? M5's son's hobby is genealogy, meaning M7's hobby is genealogy. Yeah? Male, of course. M3 and his sister-in-law like philately and acting respectively. M3 and his sister-in-law like philately and acting. Now, M3 and his sister-in-law. Again, sister-in-law. The kind of sister-in-law relationship here is only in the second generation. Because M8 can be the sister-in-law of whom? M5's brother. So, M3 and his sister-in-law, meaning this guy is M3. M3, his sister-in-law, his brother's wife is sister-in-law, right? M3's brother's wife. M8. So M3 sister-in-law, right? So M3 and his sister-in-law like philately and acting respectively. Meaning M3 likes philately, M8 likes acting. M8 likes acting. So this is acting. Yeah. Of course, you have to find out the hobby of. M3 likes what he said, philately. But where is M3? We do not know yet. So out of the persons now, M1, M2, M3, M5, M7, M8 are done. So these two have to be M6 and M4. Yes or no? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 are done. So 4 and 6. And you can put in any order because both are anyway sisters. The relationship will not change. So we can put M4 here and M6 here. Or even otherwise because M4 and M6 both are sisters of M7. Now you can go back to the previous points which we did not consider. M4 sits on the immediate left of her brother. M4 is M7's sister, right? So immediate left of her brother. Immediate left of brother. M7 is a brother. Immediate left of M7 is this position. So M4 sits on the immediate left of our brother, who sits in front of his father, who here refers to the brother, who's M7. M7, so basically M7 sits in front of his father. M7 is in front of his father. So the father, who's the father by the way? M5 has to come here. You getting it? M4 sits on the immediate left of our brother, and this brother sits in front of his father. Brother is M7, he sits in front of his father, M5. Right? What else we did not consider? M6 sits between the ones who like 3D printing and the one who likes Philately. M6. M6 sits between 3D printing and Philately. See, M6 sits between 3D printing and Philately. Now, what are the possible positions for M6? Either this or this. Can M6 come here? No. Because M6 should be between 3D and Philately. Here we have got book restoration. So M6 cannot come here, which means M6 comes here. And who's left out from the persons? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. M3. M3 comes here. Now read this. M6 sits. So M6 likes creative writing. M6 likes creative writing. And sits between 3D printing and Philately. We know that M3 likes Philately. That's it. So M5 should be 3D printing. Everything is done except M4. What is M4? M4 likes what? Quilling. Only one thing is left out now. M4 likes quilling. So this is the final arrangement, right? M2, M7, M4, M1, M8, M5, M6, M3. The hobbies are book, genealogy, quilling, flower arrangement, acting, 3D printing, creative writing, and Philately. And relationships are known to us. M1, M2 is the first generation, grandfather, grandmother. They have got 2 children, M5 and M3, both are sons. M5 is married to M8, and M5 and M8 together have got 3 children, M7, M4, M6, where M7 is the son and 4 and 6 are the daughters. Done. I think in one possibility, there were not multiple possibilities involved here. Look at the question now. How is M5 related to M1? How is M5 related to M1? M5, M1. How is M5 related to M1? M5 is the son of M1. Son of M1. How many couples are there in the family? 2 couples. Right? We have already checked this. There are 2 couples in the family. Who among the following sits third to the left of M5? Third to the left of M5. Check. M5 is here. Third to the left of M5. Left of M5 is clockwise. All of them are facing center, right? Left is clockwise. First, second, third. M2. M2 sits third to the left of M5. M2, option 1. What is the hobby of M4? M4 likes quilling. So option 3. Which of the following pairs of hobbies are a couple's hobbies? Okay, couple's hobbies. Couple's hobbies are what? M1, M2. M1, M2 is book restoration and flower arrangement. So flower arrangement and book restoration is the couple hobbies. Or M5, M8. M5, M8 is acting and 3D. No. Acting with 3D. Book restoration, no. Acting with 3D. Option 4 should be the answer. Yeah. Done. So I think simple one. We could just crack it in one attempt there. Good. So questions with blood relations are usually complex. If you read in between the lines, you can fill the gaps easily. So if this is clear to you all, we can move to the next one now.